This module will help you learn how to customize the e-commerce site using SharePoint web parts. Web parts are server-side controls that run inside the context of site pages in Microsoft SharePoint Foundation. There are many web parts available by default, and you can also build your own custom web part in SharePoint Foundation. They are editable and configurable by users. Web parts let users add functionality to a site page by simply putting them on the page. SharePoint Foundation includes many default web parts. In addition, the online e-commerce starter store also provides a list of web parts that can be used in an e-commerce site. In this lesson, we will learn about the major web parts used by the e-commerce solution. Web parts are used to surface content to the users in the e-commerce site. There are two major types of web parts used in the e-commerce site: content search web part and custom web parts. Content search web part is a search-driven web part that surfaces content by looking up the SharePoint search index. The content search web part uses display templates to control which managed properties appear in the search results of a search-driven web part, and control the styling and behavior of those search results. Control display templates are used to control the layout of search and elements common to all results such as paging, sorting, and other link. Item display templates are used to control how each search result is displayed and repeat for each result. Custom web parts use the CRT service to control behavior or display content. The control template determines the overall structure and layout of how you want to present the search result, such as a list with paging or a slideshow. Each content search web part uses one control template. The control template also includes functionality common to all the search results, including paging, sorting, view options, and separators. The item display template determines how each result in the set is displayed, and the template is repeated for each result. An item template can display an image with text, a video, and other content. The item display template also determines which managed properties and values are displayed by the content search web part. In this example, the item template displays three managed properties: a small-sized image, a product name as a hyperlink, and a brief text description. In this demo, we'll see how to change the display templates for a web part. The content you see here is a content search web part. Let's see how to customize it. Let's click on the gear icon and click on Edit Page. You can see the different web parts in this web part page. Let's try to edit this one by clicking on Edit Web Part, and that brings up the properties for the web part. You can see that under Display Templates, you have a list of the control display templates, and the one selected here is List with Paging. You can also see the item display template shown here, and the one selected here is Product Gallery item template. Now let's take a look at the display templates that are available and where those are stored. Let's click on the gear icon again and click on Site Settings. Under Web Designer Galleries, navigate to Master Pages and Layouts and click on Display Templates. You can see the display templates for the various web parts. Let's click on Content Web Part, and you can see the control templates starting with the word control. And if I scroll down a little more, you can see the various item templates available in the system. You can also download an existing item template and create your own and upload it back using the Upload button. That's how you can customize a website using display templates and control templates. In this lesson, we'll learn how to create a custom web part for use in e-commerce site. You can create and debug web parts on a SharePoint site by using templates from Visual Studio. Create a web part by adding a web part item to any SharePoint project. You can use a web part item in a sandbox solution or a form solution. If you want to design a web part visually by using a designer, create a visual web part project or add visual web part item to any SharePoint project. You can use a visual web part item in a form solution only. A web part item provides files that you can use to design a web part for a SharePoint site. When you add a web part item, Visual Studio creates a folder in your project and then adds several files to the folder. The following table describes each file. Elements.xml contains information about how the web part needs to be deployed in SharePoint. The .webpart file provides information about how the web part is added to the web part gallery. The code file contains methods that add control to the web part and that generates custom content within the web part. In this module, you learned about content search web part, display templates, creating a custom web part, and using out-of-the-box web part. I'll see you in the next module where we will talk about search configuration and customizations.